Hey there, Citizen Pal here, and it's time for another ship overview. And today, in this one, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite ships that I have a real tough time recommending to anyone, the Aegis Gladius. Currently, this ship does come in two variants. This is the primary one. It's the Gladius, and then there's also the Gladius Valiant. What it changes out is just the weapons, and also puts a different livery skin on it. But for the most part, we're just going to focus on the primary one. This is one of, if not the best, just flying ship in the game, in my opinion. It does have some problems, mainly its price point, but we'll discuss that here in a little bit. You do have, let's go ahead and we'll open up the Moby Glass and we'll take a look at the actual hard points we can see. It only has 3 primary hard points that you can do, and then there's a reasonable amount of missile customization, but we'll come in here and we will look at the Aegis Gladius. You can see, the Valiant's of course unlocked. The read-only ones are a little weird. So ignore the missiles. You do got missile packs under that. Mainly what we are looking for is, can we not see the front? Oh, come on. Let me see the front cannon. I want to click there. Scroll. Scroll. It's not going to scroll. Let's look at the Valiant then. Maybe that one will scroll. Weaponry. Here we go. Now we can scroll. Okay, so we got our missile packs. We got our missile packs. What we're mainly looking for is our size. So left wing. Under the wings, you do have a size 3 that can be placed there, so you can see these are non-gimbaled, so they do have 2 size 3s, one under each wing. Then on the nose, you again have another size 3, and we can go ahead and we can put some of these bigger ones in there. That's some of the other ones available towards us. The one that we're currently looking at should be a size 2 though. So the Valiant, the main thing they do is they drop this gimbal up here, and in place they just have the size 3, whereas this is a size 2 minigun, I believe, on a gimbal. So you do have 3 size 3 hardpoints. You have a fair number of missiles that you can equip onto this thing. You could get up to, I think, 8 size 1s if you take everything all the way down to there. The firepower on the ship is adequate, I would say. What really sets this ship, what I really love about this ship, is the flying experience. So let's go ahead, let's get in, and let's just take her out for a trip. Enter pilot seat. Hopefully there's an ECN mission up that we can take. If not, I'm sure there's something we can do to get into a little bit of a dogfight. We'll go ahead and initially we will just bring the power on. While that's coming up, the standard green hood, reasonably good field of view. You know, I don't mind this hood all that much. It's pretty good. It's better than a lot, not as bad, not as good as some. Let's hit F1, contract manager, investigate. Nope, no ECN missions, unfortunately. We can't reclaim stolen items. Security threat, we can do a security threat. Yeah, we can accept this one. We'll go ahead and pick that up, and we're going to take off. So, bring our engines online. And away we go. Very responsive ship, just super quick. Every time you press anything, it does what you ask of it right away. We'll go ahead and retract that up. See right there, 280 meters per second. For reference, the Eclipse we were in yesterday was 190, so almost twice that speed. This thing will keep up with the interceptors, your M50 and stuff, your 350R. While they're going to be a little bit faster, they're not much faster. If we go ahead and we bring the afterburners up, she accelerates quick. So we get out here, we leave the armistice. So there's the primary ones. So those are non-gimbaled. And then we have our gimbaled minigun. Actually, that's not gimbaled. So it is a size 3. So we have no gimbals on this thing. Going to be a little awkward to fly, but we'll make it work. Well, right now the AI is bugged. They don't move anyway, so it's actually going to be completely fine. Let's go ahead and open. Come on, Quantum. Oh, I didn't set a waypoint. Helps if I set a waypoint. Selling. Set route. Actually, what I really should do is I should take this thing moonside. That's where it really shines. It shines flying in atmosphere. It's one of the best ones for flying through canyons, running nap of the earth. Just having a good flight experience is where this girl just shines. What is her problem? Well, her problem is price compared to firepower, compared to utility. So this ship right here is $90. The Valiant model is $110. So that puts her in price range. She's more expensive than the Arrow. She's in that competitive price range with the Cutlass Black. The Buccaneer is going to be, what is that, 135 or 110? I think the Buccaneer is 110. The Freelancer is 110. So the Buccaneer has substantially more firepower and is more tanky. Not quite as fast, not quite as maneuverable, but not terribly worse either. So you gain a lot more firepower, but then if you look at the Cutlass, you just have a far more tanky, survivable ship with a lot more firepower. You then, on the other side of things, you have the Arrow, which is significant, not significantly, but notably cheaper, $65 compared to the $90, which has comparable firepower, maybe even slightly better firepower, and is stuck in that same fighter role that this girl is. So she's a very good ship. She's a great flyer, one that I definitely want to have, but with how the game currently is, where you're buying things with cash, would I actually recommend her to new players? Unfortunately, no. If you're going to spend that amount of money where you're getting into the game $100, $110, there are just much better options. Do I recommend you try and earn her in game when it's available? Absolutely. Just in terms of if you enjoy flying, you want that fighter experience similar to the Arrow, yeah, I do recommend her. It's just where she sits right now, it's a little rough. And, you know, I don't know, do you judge them based on their current real-world price points, or do you judge them based on how they perform in the game? I don't know. You have to redo the loadout. The primary loadout, that front nose gun, just as we've seen, the miniguns, they just don't work. They're currently not well balanced. Perhaps in 3.4, 3.5 or something, they will be much better balanced. But as they sit right now, they just leave a lot to be desired. And while the laser cannons are perfectly fine, giving up 1/3 of your firepower for that Mantis minigun, it's not great. Oh, here we go. Here's a good test. So we got a Cutlass. It's exactly what we were looking for. We'll fly down in here. We'll take a pop shot at this Cutlass. Then maybe we'll go planet side. We got Cellin right there behind us. Maybe we'll fly down to Cellin. We'll do a little nap of the Earth. Just, woo! Woo! She's fast. We weren't even afterburning there. Okay, let's unloading this Cutlass. She has reasonably good initial burst, but she overheats just a little too quick. You know, if this firepower is what you had gimbaled, it would be okay. But since this firepower is what you have maxed out, you know, you're already fully up, that's where the problem is. If it was 3 size 3 gimbaled weapons, but then you could have 4 or 3 size 4s if you took the gimbals out, well then you would really be punching. And all of this will still be rebalanced, but we have to judge it based on what we have now, not speculate how they might balance it later on. I'm highly hopeful that in the future, you know, they're going to rebalance ballistic weapons to be hard-hitting but limited by their ammo. That's just currently not how they are, so what do you do? I don't know. We're going to go ahead, we'll fail that. We're just going to jump down here, moon side quick. Come on. Why can't I? Let's go to something here. There we go. Can we go to that one? Yeah. Hopefully that is sun side. We'd hate to be moon side or dark side, but if it is, we'll just do a quick nap of the Earth and we'll go. If it had a little bit of utility, just the slightest bit of utility, I'm not asking for being able to haul cargo, but let's just say there was like a boot you could open up, and inside that boot you could drop 1 box, right? Big enough, just not one SCU, just one of those hand-carried boxes. If there was enough room for that, then this thing would be a lot more interesting. But as it is right now, with its limited multi-role functionality, it's just a fighter. while I definitely want just fighters in game, their price point currently doesn't match up with where they fit in terms of what the gameplay offers. It's unfortunate. Am I going to have her? Yep. I'm going to have her, just not buying her with cash. Probably have 2 or 3 of them with different loadouts running through my fleet, as they should stack quite well inside of some of the other ships. Be a great just addition to have. General purpose, okay, we need to go out, we need to get into a dogfight, but we want something that's disposable. Gladius will probably fit that role really well. I got to spend more time with the arrow. I've flown around it for about 3 or 4 hours. The problem right now is you can't judge because, as we just saw, all of the other planes, they just sit, all the other ships, their AI is broken, they just kind of sit still. So it's hard to really judge how they play, and unfortunately Arena Commander's also acting up. Let's get down low. Level out. Like this, man, this is fun. Well, this is the raw moon. We want to be over on the desertous one with all the canyons, but this isn't bad compared to what we used to be able to do. Since it doesn't hitch like it used to, you can now do this for mostly safe and just kind of enjoy flying along here. We're doing almost 400 meters per second depending on how much we're maneuvering. I'm just holding the afterburner wide open. You know, this is good. I like it. I like it. She just handles well. And if we need to, we can like go ahead and we can decouple. That didn't decouple. What's my decouple now? It's V, I think. You know, roll around, punch it back the other way, recouple, bleed off speed, and we're going back again. Still getting used to the advanced keyboard and mouse. Seems like the advanced keyboard and mouse is what it actually was back in 2.0. They've been trying to simplify it a little bit. I think that's kind of what it is. Decouple again, roll around. And as we continue on here, fire behind us. Pick back up where we took off, continue on. So yeah, a ship that I like, just unfortunately I think she's a little overpriced. She needs either a little more utility, a rework on the weapons, something to really bring her in line, but I definitely plan on earning her in game, if not several of her, and keeping her around for daily beater use. Great ship. Alright, I think that about covers it. Until next time, this has been Paler. Thanks for watching.